Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another day on the stream. It's Thursday. It's Money Thursday. Money Thursday better pay up. We've been waiting long enough. We are ready for a good day today. So the market's been up. Bitcoin's been up. Give us something to make some money on, please. What up, Broda? AC, how's it going? Scott B, Discipline, Michael, Gerard, Scott, without the B. Let's get some music rolling. How you guys doing? There we go. Fernurky, what's up? Chris Jubb, how's it going? Good morning. Good morning. Please don't screw the camera up. Just barely. Okay. It was cutting the top of my head off. We got any runners yet this morning? See a 70% runner. TUEM. ADXN 46%, SMCI 18%. So gainers list isn't crazy yet, but we could get something going. I'm ready for it. I feel like we've been waiting forever just for any bit of movement. And then when things have moved higher, like over the past few weeks, they've moved higher in such a weird way that you really just can't trade it right. You can't trade it with any risk reward.
EURN, bro.
So yeah, TBLT was a good sign yesterday though. I liked how that one ran kind of out of nowhere. Kind of like the old days, like if there's a low float that's set up to squeeze. Don't screw around, don't go 10 cents, don't pop and drop, squeeze. And that's what TBLT did yesterday. So it's kind of nice. What's up, Potsy? Good morning.
Riot.
TBLT ADXN. All right, we can pull up the screen share, see what's up. Oh yeah, I forgot to fix this.
RYTM.
All right. And we are at 1,099 subs, so one away from 1,100. Appreciate you guys.
Rev.
So here's our top gainer, TUEM, Tuesday morning. That's what a top gainer looks like. But it went from 20 to 40, so that was enough for 100%. ADXN.
F.
That's all right. What was the news on that? Reduction in the nominal value of shares. Interesting. Me personally, I could not tell you what this means. Like, I understand what it means, but is it like great for the company? Like, is it increasing their value that much? I don't know.
Vino.
I guess it's overall helps for the company, but that's about it.
Kala. IGC. AMRS.
SBEV just had news. SBEV actually didn't die off.
CZO.
Well, it did die off, but it actually has survived over the past month or so. Because remember, it had this news back here that it ran for a little while, back at the beginning of the year. It sold off, but here lately it's actually pushed back up a little. Remember we were talking about NEGG yesterday? I think it was at like $3.59 on the ask or something. Ran all the way to $4 yesterday. I knew it was too cheap. I knew it was too cheap. So I had this candle yesterday. It was set up perfectly. I just didn't trust like all the negative factors going against it. You know, the open F3 and some other stuff that was going on that we found. The outstanding shares is like 300 million, so it's already over $1 billion market cap at $3.50. Let's see. If TBLT could keep squeezing, that'd be great. Just keep going up. Because that could set off some reverse split names. And I think I even pulled up. Yeah, I pulled up a list yesterday because it was starting. Because TBLT did reverse split, but it's been a little bit. But it's a reverse split name. I was looking through those yesterday.
AAL.
But yeah, it's hanging around. EVTL holding levels might pop. Okay, we'll check it out, Jordan. It's holding up. It's been straight up on the daily, but yeah, it's due either that blow off top move or a pullback. So maybe it'll give the blow off top move. Appreciate you guys being here, hanging out in the first 10 minutes. Nothing really moving actively at the moment. Check out SPY today. So SPY is still holding its gains. This downtrend line was big. Because now that it's through, I mean, we're starting a little bit of a melt up here. Got a gap to fill over the 396 level that it rejected from yesterday, all the way up to 401.50. So gap to fill here. Will it fill it today? Could, maybe. We're due a little bit of a cool down. I mean, if we came up to here, cooled off a little bit, and then went higher. But overall, I mean, this was a pattern from March that we just broke out of in July. So that's big. That's real big. I noticed Bitcoin this morning is back down a little. It's at 22.6. So it had its run almost exactly to that 24K target and sold off. Went to 24, 280-ish, 290. Not to say it can't recover from here and even push higher today, but it is having a cool off day. Guessing IGC had news. Oh, no. Why would it? That would make no sense if it had news. IGC on nothing that I see. Last news was June 28th. What's up, Berkey? Good morning. Gold miner? Morning. Money Thursday. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Tesla bought the top, sold the bottom, huh? No, I wish I had money to give out on Thursdays. It'd be great. Maybe give the stream a year for us to get back on our feet. Maybe we'll do giveaway Thursday for Money Thursday. I think we're getting in a good groove though with the stream. I'm feeling good about it. Like it's getting easier to do. Just communicating with you guys, just talking back and forth. It's not like I'm having to think up of ideas or like get nervous about it or anything like that. And I didn't really get nervous about it to begin with, but it was a new thing, so it was different. I was venturing into a new area. I was trying to figure out trading, like making a trade, which is not very often because of how the market is, but making a trade in front of people and trying to talk my process through while people's watching. It was a little bit different experience to start with, but I think we're really getting in a groove now. I really enjoy it. And unfortunately, a little bit on topic, a little bit off topic, I realized that yesterday's Powerade was my last Powerade that I have, so pretty upset. This is all the Powerade that I have left in the house. Sorry, Powerade, let you down. If only you would have sent me that case for mentioning your name every single day. I know, we're sad. We're sad about it. And this is warm too. I left this on the desk from yesterday, so this is literally all I've got. Light blue Gatorade Zero. Yeah, that's the competition.
CZOL.
I think I actually like the, what's the light blue Gatorade Glacier Freeze or something like that? I think I drank that before I started drinking blue Powerade. But then I found blue Powerade and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is so much better. And I usually like Gatorade more overall. Like I really don't like any of the other flavors of Powerade. It's just blue Powerade I like.
IPHA.
So IGC, did anybody have any news on IGC? It had a pop at 8, but the last news I saw was June 28th. Is the camera lagging? Looks a little laggy. I don't know why. Just barely. Like I can see my mouth kind of slowing down. If you aren't a blue everything fan, I don't respect you. I understand. Yep.
San.
That's kind of my thing. We got blue here. We got even like my logo's blue. So literally blue everything. So SDIG yesterday was one of the runners. It's pulled back with Bitcoin. Mara kind of frustrated me yesterday. I was trying to trade it. Excuse me. I was trying to trade it here. Around here for a pullback because Bitcoin was still going higher. The market was going higher, but yesterday Mara just decided like this is the top and it would not go any higher. It just turned on like an algo sell. It's kind of frustrating. And then that's about the time TBLT came out of nowhere. So we had things that made sense. Mara, market's bouncing, market's pushing, Bitcoin's pushing. Mara, you've been the superstar here. And it just sold off, and then out of nowhere, TBLT ran. Volume leader today, Nokia. Interesting. I really can't believe that that's still a company, to be honest. Like, what do they do? Like, who has a Nokia? Who's using a Nokia right now? Raise your hand.
DB.
And I realize, like, it's very similar to me saying, like, when's the last Redbox movie you rented? So. There's EBTL tapping up 620 now. Somebody was talking about that. Gerard. Yeah, it's trying to push a little bit. thought SMCI used to be a small cap.
4,
Am I confusing this with something else?
BBVA, XM,
Maybe I am. Maybe I am. I don't know.
BBLT,
Guess not. For some reason, I was thinking of this one, but maybe it's a similar ticker that I'm thinking of. I mean, I guess it was
LMDX,
885 back in 2018.
ING,
Interesting. Interesting. Life up 10%. Life, no news. Cool. Cool. Love it. Love it. So maybe at 8:30 we'll get some news on something. Give us something to play. Yes, EVTL is pushing higher, just barely though. Like the volume is non-existent. What else were we watching? TBLT. Yeah, TBLT. That one's still hanging around. Market's pushing a little higher here. ADXN looking to break 141. Okay. ADXN. Yeah, this one looks interesting. Like the chart, I would say this looks like a good chart here for a breakout, you know, 150. But what was the reason? It was, oh yeah, it was this nominal shares thing. Maybe it's going up more on this. Hold on.
EVO,
Yeah, this came out this morning too. Sorry, I missed this. Provides corporate update and financial guidance.
TMF,
Okay, okay, I got you. So basically just a company update.
TBLTW,
You said HC Wainwright. Yeah, TBLT, $5 here.
F, TUEM, XTLTLPABXN,
Yeah, ADXM pushing towards 140, 142 here.
TLTLB,
So you said Life had a huge price target increase, HC Wainwright. I don't see that on the news feed. Must be somewhere else.
ADXN,
HC Wainwright maintains buy, raises price target from $11 to $35. Yeah, why don't I see that on the news feed? I don't know. But the cool thing about these is when you see a company that raises their price target on a stock, if you go to Life,
SDIG,
here we go. Life, and I'm looking for the last offering they had, which was actually almost a year ago now. Let's see if that just happens to be run by HC Wainwright. No. So usually, HC Wainwright will buy the stock on an offering, let it dip down, they get their cheap shares, and then they'll put a price target out to increase it, and then their shares go right back up. Of course they have a price target increase of a company they bought.
DB,
This one specifically, I don't see that. But usually when you see HC Wainwright, they literally ran the offering, have the cheap shares, wait a little bit, and then they raise the price target. Like, we think this company's going to go higher. Really? You guys really think that, huh? But that's not the case right here. At least that I see. They could have bought it a while back. I'm sure they hold some. What's the company name of Life? ATYR. Interesting. They don't hold any Life. That's weird. It was H.C. Wainwright, right? Now, why would they increase the price target of a company they don't own? You didn't notice I was on. Uh-oh. What happened? Unless they're down here. I'm getting way off on a tangent right now, but... they're presenting at their conference, or they have before. I don't know. I'm kind of lost here. Usually HC Wainwright's pretty predictable. Like, they'll do the offering and then they'll do the pump. But I don't specifically see it on this one. Oh, YouTube didn't notify you? That's weird. Well, I appreciate you showing up now. TBLT up through $5 now. 503.
LMDX.
This move's looking very algo-y right now, but it is pushing higher, 505. These type of entries are tough. Like in the past, sure, take it through 505 all the way up. Oh yeah, where did Tesla settle at today? So up, okay. Yeah, I played a little bit. I actually got into it more recently, just to try it out because I'd never tried it out before.
CNH.
Wow, that's what I'm talking about. It's all right. It kind of got monotonous very fast, though. I tried, like, the free trial of it or whatever. I used to be a RuneScape guy when I was growing up. That was my game. At least in that realm, you know. RuneScape, yes. I got back into it a little bit when it came to mobile. They made a mobile app, so you could log in and play like from your phone. I got back into it a little bit, but
XXII.
that's a fun game, especially growing up. A lot of stuff to do. So TBLT slowing down a little bit over 5. Clear has res from 507 to 510.
SLCR. TENX.
So 506 now, 507. Is this thing really going to push through?
MLTX.
Like, I'm still not convinced by the market enough to hop into these things near highs. In years past, I mean, I'd be buying up through here. Absolutely, because this thing's about to rip to 520 plus.
SDC.
But now, it's a little different. $50K ask here, 510.
THMO. VGFC.
Yeah, I played old school RuneScape, Tyler. Yep, I never got into RuneScape 3.
CYCC.
I played original, you know, it was RuneScape 2, I think, at the time. And then when old school came out, that's when I kind of got back into it.
ADXN.
There's 8:30 news. Earnings. PRPH had licensing of cancer compounds.
GMBD. AAL.
NLSP positive opinion from European regulators to grant orphan drug designation. It was only 1,000 on the ask, so I just took the 1,000 ask. If they start selling, I'll just take my $150, $160. Roll out. That was easy enough. Yeah, positive opinion from European regulators to grant orphan drug designation. Okay. That's it for me, I guess. All those bids went away that fast. $157, I'll take it. So ANIX had an additional patent on breast cancer vaccine technology. The NLSP had news. A couple different earnings reports. Yeah, that was thanks. That was an easy one. It was just still sitting there. And the only reason I took 1,000, that's literally what, $600, is that's all that was on the ask. Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay. I'm sorry, guys, and I don't even have a delay on.
TBLTW.
It's just, you know, a little bit of a delay on the stream. So that's all I see at 8:30. A couple PRs came out though. I'll take 15 cents though. 15.5 cents.
LMDX.
Go back to TBLT. Okay, back under 5, just barely though. 4.99. Still hanging around. ADXN is still set up. I'm watching it on my other screen as well for level 2. And it's showing a lot of selling pressure at 140. It looks like a refreshing ask at 140 on ADXN. Minis on which? TBLT? Okay. Yeah, it's hanging around. I mean, it doesn't look terrible.
San.
So this, I mean, it's a little bit of a pattern. Flat top, 142-ish on 80XN. This one looks a little weird, especially with this 8 a.m. candle. It looks stupid. But came up, beautiful flag. Beautiful. Like, this is what you dream about. Full fail of the flag.
BTT.
Came down, trap candle, never went 1 cent lower. This doesn't count. Never went 1 cent lower, and Nike swooshed its way back up. This looks like an entry right here. Do I trust it enough, though, is the question. ADXN looks like it's set up for an entry, too. I just know TBLT can wash, like, really fast if it wants to. Like, this could be at 5 or 48 in a heartbeat. Did I miss it? I may have just missed it, guys.
Inning.
You know, you have to second guess,
AHT.
triple guess, quadruple guess yourself in this market, because you're like, is this the 1 out of 10 that's going to break out and go higher?
CYNE.
Are you feeling lucky today?
AEG.
Do you think it's bad with VWAP over the 9 and 20, or does it matter? It doesn't specifically matter, I don't think. LMDX offering. Hey, Davin. Good morning. Welcome in. How's it going? So the VWAP on mine, at least, is over the 20, but 9's above it on the 5, at least. That's something I've never really looked into, like the importance of the EMAs under or over VWAP. That could be interesting to look into, see if there's any correlation to the strength of the stock, let alone, you know, the stock, yes, is over VWAP, but is the EMAs both over VWAP? That would show more strength, because it would have to trade over VWAP for a significant time period to get the EMAs above. So get both EMAs above VWAP. Interesting thought. That's interesting. I never thought of that at all. Never even considered it. Yeah, mine is the, I think we were talking about the other day, that VWAP that was on the trading store or whatever. Because I was noticing that the other VWAP that came with the broker wasn't right. But VWAP should be the same on every time frame, no matter what. So right here it's 492. Right there it's 492. Yo, Discipline with the 30 bomb. Appreciate it, bro. Get some blue Powerade, my man. I will. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's huge.
Get some blue Powerade, my man.
Love it. Interestingly enough, on the hourly chart, the VWAP is 486. It should be the same on every time frame. So now you've got me questioning.
SLCR.
Thanks a lot, Discipline. Means a lot, man. Thank you. And now you get to rotate at the top. Welcome to the rotation. And I appreciate you being here every day. Discipline, you're in here every single day, and I know a lot of you are as well, but I don't think you've missed a single stream. That'll do it, JD. That will do it. Looking at a different stock, that'll change it. Good morning to you. Did you miss any trade? Not particularly. So we were watching TBLT here. Maybe you could have gotten 488 to 5, but right now, like, we're looking at potential breakthrough here. ADXN needs above 140. It keeps refreshing though. Besides that, not a whole lot's happened. I got lucky on a trade on NLSP, and it's already back below where I got my entry at, but I traded like 15 cents on it. But TBLT, the top watch at this very moment. So, discipline, I definitely need to go out and get some blue Powerade today after that. Yeah, no problem. We're close. I mean, this is close to a push through. I hear Noah crawling around upstairs. He crawls so aggressively now. It's like he's banging, like, every step he takes, or every, I guess, crawl. All right, this is it if it's going to break. Blue Gatorade, so I like the light blue Gatorade. I don't like the dark blue Gatorade at all. I've never liked it. Oh my God. I was waiting for that to start chipping at the wall, and somebody literally took all of it. Oh no, man. I missed another trade because I'm hesitating.
OLB.
I mean, I would only be up 3 cents right now buying the breakout, but look at that. See? That's why I'm hesitating. Because you got this BS that happens. Went from 517, now at 506. Huge upper wick. New 50K ask at 510. Shorts attacking the bid. So now it has potential to go red on this candle. What's up, Snacks? What's up, man? Good morning. There is, JD, a lot. A lot of screwballing. Like, this is a nice 5-minute flag. So was this. This was even better. And we just get this humongous upper wick. So I could have made a total of 3 cents on that breakout if I would have pulled the trigger fast enough.
TBLTW. JDST.
I guess the better option right now is to play the pattern, and even that. See, even that's tough, because if you played the pattern here, you were waiting, to sell quickly through the breakout. It never happened. This one, I mean, you could have played the pattern here and then got the red candle here. So it's almost lose-lose right now. You just have to pick your spots, throw your darts. If one lands, congratulations, you made money. Good job.
AQMS. SMR.
SPY rip all day. You made 2 cents on the flag. Nice. Yeah, that's about the max gain. So look at this candle now. This candle on the 5 is now red. SPY looking like it's going to rip right now. We were talking about it earlier, Snacks. It does have the gap to fill on the daily. So we see how important this downtrend line is now. It was screwing around for days underneath it. And now that it's above it, it's ripping.
DB.
But there's a gap to fill all the way to 401. 401 and a half-ish. DTSS just had news against COVID-19. That news would have came out, let's say 2020. This thing would go nuts. I mean, it's sterilization, so I guess it's a little bit different than like a vaccine. But they're kind of behind the curve here. That's like Invax. When it got approved the other day, like we've had 3 vaccines out for years now. Like, congratulations. I'm glad you finally crossed the finish line, but, you know, we've kind of been here. Sorry if that aggressive net crack came through the mic. But yeah, it's looking like EVFM just had a fluff.
HTGM.
Is it fluff enough for me to slap though? Partners with A360 Media to support Phexi prescription growth. I guess it was.
EVFM.
I like fluff more on companies that have been in play. Like everybody knows the name now. Maybe I should have slapped 84 there. All right, I think it's time. Let's get in a quick Wordle. See what the word of the day is. So, today we will start with money because it is Money Thursday. Uh-oh. Let's go with
PGY.
I already did N.
NUTX.
Trying to think of the best word here to use all the letters that I haven't used yet. That's not a word, right? I'll try that. Really?
GDXU.
I'm wasting the E. Not. Oh, it's got 2 R's. Never mind. Whoops. DRA. No, can't be A in the middle. DTSS still hitting the scanner, sounds like. I'm wasting the L here.
JDST.
What?
Sand. SMR.
Is DTSS really ripping?
BBLT.
Not really. We gotta get through this. We gotta make it through. That's not a word, right?
SLCR.
Can't be triad.
UMC.
This gonna be one of those words that only Boba knows again. So the I and the A aren't there. This is tough, man. This is tough. So it can't be AI. It's gotta be like something A space ID.
LMDX.
I'm about to waste this just so I can see if there's a R and if the I's in the right spot. So it's ID. So something A, or it could be A at the beginning, I guess. A UID. That's not a word, right? Thinking of some nonsense words that could make sense. This one might come down to the last one. We haven't tried P or C. So it'd be like A, C.
HTGM.
I'm gonna try not to look at the chat. See if I can get this.
NLSP.
I can't even think of a word now that ends in ID with these letters. It's not a word. Cat. I didn't mean to hit Q. Oh my gosh. All right, we're gonna have to burn another word just to hope that we can get it at the end. Okay, so not P, so something P. What? Wait, what? Something. Okay, A, P, something ID. AP. This is a New York Times word. For sure. It's got to be A. A, P. I guess P could be here too. Oh my
BRS.
gosh. I don't know if I'm going to get this. This might be the first one I lose. So the A's not here or here. So A is 100% right here. The P, on the other hand, could be here or here. So let's work it through, I guess. Could it be double P? No. I don't even know these words. I have no idea what I'm looking at here. Oh my gosh.
SMR.
Okay, let's try AP then.
DTSS.
What in the hell is that? Apid. For Nurka, you got it. Rapid was a good guess.
FRLN.
And how did what was the word I just guessed? I paid? I was literally just going through. I don't even know what that word is. Never heard of it. Thank you, New York Times, for ruining this game. Anywho, DTSS. So I guess COVID is the new hot keyword. You know? Imagine something killing COVID 99% in 2022. Big news, baby. It's the hot news of the day. TBLT is not dead, but it looks much worse. Yeah, let's look at the daily on DTSS here. So it looks like it just recently ran and it sold off hard, but it's above that level right now. 220 was res. 260's res. And then 270 to 280. This wick zone. Oh, you got the 4 hour. Okay, cool. Cool. But yeah, I mean, it may be just enough to get it going. I don't know. Oh, there was a wick here in Premarket. Gotcha. Okay. That's why it wasn't showing on the daily chart. Back on the 18th, it had news, looks like. Well, we got 9 a.m. news here in just a minute. If nothing comes out, I'm going to take a quick break, go feed the dogs early. I didn't even feed them during stream yesterday, and go see Noah for a minute. I still feel like this is lagging. I guess not. I don't know why it seems that way. The computers probably do a good restart anyways. So ADXN still set up to push higher. It's looking a little weaker at the moment.
EVO.
TBLT too. Back over 5. No 5 minute has closed over 510.
TUEM. GDXU.
I don't know why it didn't show me on stream, but we are officially over 1,100 subs. We are at 1,101. So thanks to who subbed, and it didn't show up. Sorry about that. Usually shows up on stream.
JDST.
All right, what we got here?
VEDU. SIDU. Indo. EVFM. HL.
CDU with a little bit of news. SIDU had news the other day. Ran a lot. A little fluffy though. Says this fabricates hardware. Guess people slapping it anyways.
Load.
But that goes back to what I was just talking about. Are you kidding me? Is it really going to run that hard? Running hard.
Sand.
I mean, this sounds fluffy to me. Like they completed the job that they were supposed to complete. Interesting. All right, I'll be back in just a minute. Watch SIDU trying to rip.
BBI. TLRY. Vino. Dave. STNE. FSM. ADXS, AEHR. LUMN. LMDX. EXK, GORO. EJH. TUEM. DTSS. Rev. DTSS.
All right, I'm back. So SIDU still hanging around this level.
DTSS. BBLT.
DTSS. Flagging roughly on the 5. Holding the 220 level, which is also the 20 on the 1. TBLT trying to hang on to 5. It's at 499.5, down to 496. Back up to 502, 503, so just barely hanging on. ADXN still hanging around 136. Ponytail on SIDU and was on DTSS. Okay. Makes sense why it popped then. Makes sense why it popped.
NBRV.
Okay, ADXN pulling back now. Looks like it's trying to go under the 50 on the 5.
THMO.
Anything right now could do the 2022 move. Let's see.
Sleeve.
Yeah, I mean, it could pull the trap candle. Absolutely. Whoa. Hear Noah screaming. You know, flag here over VWAP, then go below, and then pull up higher. Nike swoosh its way all the way to the top. So, maybe. That's a, I won't promote him, but it is another YouTube guy who live streams. That's just a nickname we have. Market's pulling back a little. What happened at 9? Anything come out on the overall market? Looks like we got a big candle up and then smash down. ADXN, after it fell below its trend line, has hammered up now back to 140. Went all the way down to 131. He paid a hefty fine here recently. Interesting.
AUMN.
ECB rate decision, probably just trap and sell. Yeah, I gotcha. So it pushed up and trap. Yeah, SIDU doesn't look bad. ADXN hammered back right into place. TBLT holding. It's kind of annoying that stocks have to have this move first to break out. It was full fail down out of the pattern at least to 131, and they hammer it back up. Now it's at 143. Because I was looking at the dip right here around 135. I thought that was the bottom, and they smashed all the way down to 131. Glad I didn't take it, because I would have definitely sold 132, 131 on the fail of the pattern. Bring it right back in play. Yeah, there's definitely a buyer on ADXN. They waited for it, like people would really start selling before they bought back up, but kind of sucks to be a technical trader right now, like with patterns and stuff, because a lot of stuff's breaking up out of and then getting destroyed, like we saw TBLT earlier, and a lot of stuff is breaking below trend lines, which used to be the end, and they're just swooping their way right back up. So it's tough. You got to buy, hold, and hope. Dream. Close your eyes and wait a couple hours, see if you're up or down. SIDU, hanging on. Let's go to the 5 minute now.
LMDX.
So trying to hang on to VWAP on the 5. DTSS still hanging around. VWAP holding 220 still. 220 is the big level for DTSS holding this morning. And I think I mentioned it that DTSS daily resistance was at 220. So now it's became support. Yeah, right here. 220 was resistance on the daily. And it has now became intraday support. TBLT's got hammer candle potential at open. Maybe down to 480, hammer up. So a few things in play today: ADXN, DTSS, SIDU, and TBLT for the most part. And like normally, it could come out and be something random. Because TBLT yesterday, I mean, yes, the daily was in play. But it didn't scream like this thing was going to rip, really. SPCB news. I think I had that same news yesterday. No. Yesterday was Texas, today South California.
TBLTW. LUMN.
So we got 4 things to watch this morning. DTSS, ADXN, TBLT, and SIDU. ADXN trying to break above now. So it had to pull, just like everything else, the trap move. It had to go down at 130 and hammer back up. It couldn't just break a pattern on its own, its own standing. It had to flush people, trap shorts at the same time. But now up to 145. So we got about 14 and a half minutes to the bell. A couple setups to watch today. Nothing crazy. A lot of news today. News just keeps constantly pumping out. A lot of it's been, not a big deal, but ADXN pushing 150 now. Volume increase, relative volume. They made it a lot thinner. It was refreshing, heavy, a lot of red selling volume, and then all of a sudden, it's flipped to the other side now.
Sin.
Yeah, look at this volume. All green over the past 15 minutes. DTSS pulling back a little bit.
TUEM.
SIDU still hanging around 460. Five's going to be big res on SIDU. There's 150 on ADXN, 153, 54. Straight up now after the trap move.
Face.
So that would have been one. I guess you chase the volume back up as it puts itself back into pattern. Just hold.
EBFM.
But that's wild. That's wild. I did not see that happening. Volume was decreasing overall, and then somebody or something, some organization, whoever, came in and scooped it up and just kept buying, kept buying, kept buying. Yeah, for real. Expect to flush it open. You got it, gold miner. Such BS. Now, if you wait for a pullback to enter like most would, it will sit there and chop you around, creating impatience to which you will sell first pop, and they'll ruin it. You got it. They try to make entries impossible. So you don't want to enter because it's breaking down. And then here you either chase, and then ride it up, or, you know, they're making people chase higher and higher. They're not even letting it pull back.
LNFA.
The objective right now, I guess, of market makers, I don't know, but it's to screw both sides as much as possible. Yeah, there was a pattern right here. I mean, I can draw it in. Oops. It was like right there-ish. Went below. Tried to get back above, couldn't do it. Failed, roughly, you know. Failed is a key word here. And then huge volume push right back into pattern and through. But it is what it is. That's what we're dealing with right now. It's tough. We are still in a bear market, in bear market conditions, regardless of whether SPY is going up or not. The small cap Great Depression. Whoops.
LUMN. IAG.
So we got about 8 minutes now. Not a whole lot's happening. ADXM pushed out of its pattern after it pushed below its pattern. SIDU hanging on a VWAP. What was the other one? DTSS. DTSS is pulling back. So below its 220 support now.
ADXN. ADXN. Four. ABCM.
Appreciate you guys being here. Coming up on to open now. Thanks for the likes, the comments, the subs, the donations. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Means a lot. Helps the channel out with the likes, the comments. Makes it look like an active channel. I mean, it is an active channel, but, you know, brings more people around to the community, you know. Trying to create a good setup for YouTube. You guys feel comfortable coming in, talk stocks,
APLD.
go over things, Q&A, etc. Make it a good daily setup, part of the routine, hopefully.
VLTA.
So ADXN is just doing its own thing now, straight up. So could this be the classic blowing its load in pre-market? We'll see.
TUEM.
But there's been really no, I mean, I guess you could go the 1 minute and buy, this has just been a ramp. It's been a straight up ramp. You could buy maybe these dips to the 9 on the 1, but who's to say it's going to go higher than it was? Because there's really no true pullback. It was just that fake breakdown into, and you can even see it more clearly on the 1 minute. Big red here. This was a big red down to 131, and then they just bought it right back up. Thanks, Scott B. I appreciate it.
LMDX.
I'm trying my best with the channel. I mean, I'm putting out the, I'm trying to do one video per weekend now too. A lesson, you know, short, 10 to 20 minutes. But put out a lesson, then do the daily live stream. That Morningstar and DTSS. You talking about on the 5-minute or what, JD? Yeah, I didn't buy that 1-minute dip because volume was higher than I like on a pullback. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what can you do? You just got to play the patterns on the 1-minute. Oh, you're talking about like several minutes ago?
EVTL. GDRX, BCRX, TLRY. VEDU. LMFA.
At the very bottom. You know, hold on a second.
PBR. VTGN.
Oh, you're talking about maybe like this one right here, like for a reversal?
PACB.
How the candle got very small. You are correct. I guess that would be what it is. I've never really looked into, you know, the morning star candle specifically, but could be. It's a very small, low-end candle. Yep, that's what that is. I had to double check that's what you were talking about. Yeah, that right there, it looks like it. Never went lower than that wick. Silent Assassin, your live stream in the morning is the best. I appreciate it so much. Better than most paid channels. I appreciate that. That means a lot. That means a lot. And I try to upgrade it, you know, make it better. And it'll be better naturally whenever things kind of follow through and trades are being made in pre-market, you know, or open. But I'm making the best of what I got, and we'll just continue to grow forward from here. Uh-oh. My mouse is dying. Guess I'll let it sit over here and charge for a minute.
EOSE.
Yeah, this a little bit too much. Thanks, Wes. I appreciate it. And I mean,
SUZ.
what I mean by better is just higher quality. You know, working on the why did that? What the? Did the camera literally zoom back out on its own? You know, like working on the intro or working on whatever else, just to make the stream look higher quality, look more professional, be cooler for you guys. I mean, just because it is a trading thing, but we are kind of doing a show, I guess you could say. I mean, this is entertainment as well as education.
XM.
So, doing my best to make it cool, make it fun, make it entertaining. We don't have to talk business all the time. We talk about Powerade. We talk about candy. We talk about, you know, what we're doing on the weekends, just hanging out. This isn't 100% like all business. It's a edutainment, I guess you could say. I literally turned my mouse off and just letting it charge up for a minute.
KAVL.
So 80XM pushing up towards 160 now. DTSS holding, trying to stay over the 9 on the 5, get back above the 220 level. SIDU had a sell-off, bounced off the 9 on the 5. And then TBLT, I'll have to look at that in a second. I don't have it up right now. We're going to leave it on these specific stocks for a couple more minutes, get the mouse charging up. Who's feeding the dog? Actually, I took my break and fed the dogs at like 9 a.m. this morning.
CZOL.
Because yesterday I forgot to do it entirely, and I didn't feed them until like 10:15. working towards the YouTube partnership program, so that'll probably be within the next little bit, getting close to it. But that'll bring us channel memberships. We'll get some different things on the channel. Add the emotes to the channel. What else can we do? We can do several things once the partnership program kicks in. But the memberships would be cool. Then we could really create like the community, that tight knit group who wants to be in the, the members of the channel, all that, which will be cool. That'd be fun. And now YouTube has gifted memberships, so those can be had. It'll be pretty cool. It'll be fun. All right, I guess I'll unplug my mouse now and get to work. Hopefully it lasts. If my mouse goes dead while I'm in a trade, oh my god, that would be horrendous. So ADXN, 170 out the gate. TTSS, trying to get back above 220. Let's see where any RO is pushing. See, well, TBLT didn't really do a dip and rip, just kind of ripped out the gate, 515. So I wouldn't be surprised if this sold off right now. SIDU trying to push up through this level. No candles closed over 463 on SIDU.
SKYT, OPTT, TBLT, not.
Man, ADXN. It has just been straight up since that dip got bought up. Turn the music down just a little bit so I can hear.
THMO, TRHC.
So TBLT 520 is a big level. It's gonna have resistance there. TBLT just straight up.
DTST, MOLM, KMDA. LMFA. SKYT, Kano, OSH, Dada.
Watching SIDU break out of this level. ADXN and TBLT a little too extended right out the gate for my liking. DTSS also kind of on a dip level.
INFY, IQ, XTLB, PT, DTSS,
DTSS, little volume hammer there.
DTSS, No Plus, TUEM,
Up to VWAP. Let's see if it rejects VWAP.
AGL,
224. So DTSS, if it gets up through VWAP, next level 230 over that, 240s, 250s. It is back above the level it needed to push through. TBLT straight up. SIDU trying to break through as well. SIDU has a 65K ask at 475. DTSS rejecting VWAP so far. So ADXN, TBLT straight up strength. SIDU is still wicking around, and DTSS is struggling. Wow, I'm really surprised TBLT to straight up like this. So no dip or anything at open, just straight up.
HLBT ASXC Live BTMT BEDU
I hear HLBZ on the scanner, Gold Miner. Yep, 200K in buys there at HLBZ. So SIDU starting to reject a little bit. Big red 5-minute candle now, volume wise.
TUEM JZXN ARAB BEDU Yala AQMS SBEB DTSS
So DTSS still trying to screw around with 220 level. Looks okay.
SBEB plus
Is get through VWAP, so under VWAP. So SIDU looking weaker. ADXN still grinding straight up. TBLT little resistance now.
TUEM SBEB OSH PSNYWJ
DTSS 224, 225 now. So it's up through VWAP.
Duo
228, 230. So big upper wick there, but went straight to 230. It's looking okay on the 5-minute. Took a quick scalp through 225.
BEDU
Let's see. Maybe re-enter a quick scalp through 230 here. Go smaller this time around since it's resistance.
IXHL TBLT GLMT TRHC TRHC
Just like right here.
GLFY
Made us pull straight back. Made us give right up.
AGL
So that looked like it was going to be the push through.
TBLT
Yep, straight back down. Okay, so I gave up the quick scalp that I had on it. Love to see that straight up, straight down. DTSS, reject 230. Didn't even retest 230, now down to 217. So a lot of 2022 strength there.
SBEV
Why did this zoom out again?
BTGN TALS
There we go.
Duo
So DTSS, ugly, ugly, ugly.
KUK
Market pulling back. Yeah, SPY. But it is hammering. Little bottom end hammer on SPY here.
Lumo NLSP REKR Duo TUEM
ADXN 170.
ADXN
171. A couple bidders coming in, but it is getting selling pressure. Curled on the 1 minute. Now it's pushing towards highs. 171.
RSKD MMLP
So ADXN on the daily has a lot of room. The gap starts at 187. Over that it has a gap to 330. So maybe pushing towards the bottom of the gap at 190.
SDP ONEM, SBEV, ASMEM, SLHG,
So 173. It tested 175 for just a second. Rejected pretty hard off of it, but it's holding 170 on ADXN.
APRN,
All right, now selling pressure's coming in. So just like that, selling pressure went from on to off.
OLMA, GP, TSP, OYST,
Or buying pressure, I guess I should say. Sorry. SIDU still hanging on to the 9 on the 5.
TUEM, SBEV, ACV, AAMC, UAE, ESSA, ONEM, FLYD, VEDU,
ADXN. So it pulled down, and then they pulled it back up again with a hammer. So near 173, 174 again. DTSS back above VWAP. So DTSS still trying here. A lot of resistance wicking at 225, but if it can get through that, it can go.
CTIB, CMAX,
Let's keep bringing the ass down. So ADXN reject 175 again, so it may have a little pullback now.
SBEV, BTGN, BKSY,
Anything else running that I'm missing, guys? I'm not hearing anything on the scanner, really.
GP, VHC,
Mara. So Mara's up, actually.
AACG,
Yeah, Mara is running.
TALS,
Interesting.
LPT,
Mara's running. Bitcoin's not really up today, and SPY's down. Interesting.
AEHR,
But yeah, Mara kind of straight up here. Gonna have resistance around 1265.
TUEM, DN, KNDI, IRN, MMLP,
Vidu, I think Vidu had a news this morning on something. Still looking around, don't really see much. SIDU holding the 9 on the 5. DTSS holding the 9 on the 5.
DBTX, PSIL, TBLT,
SIDU up to VWAP now, up through VWAP.
AEHR,
Mara rejecting a little bit. ADXM pulling back, 169. So still hanging on, but pulling back just a little bit. 175's the big level to break through on ADXM.
PLAG, SGML, SLHG,
There's SIDU pushing. I was trying to flip over and grab a position at 450 on SIDU and just barely missed it. It skipped up to 455, but now it's going. So it did opening red, ugly candle, but it went down to the 9 on the 5 and held and pushed through. My gosh. It's good to see volume back, though. It really is good to see volume in these breakouts back.
TLSA.
So SIDU. Should have grabbed that 450, man. I just barely missed it. I feel like if I miss my entry by cents now, I'm just chasing because of the way things move. But big, nice breakout there for SIDU. Pushing towards $5.
TRHC, TGN,
DTSS through VWAP 227, 228. Needs through 230. So upper wick again, DTSS. Wow. I had 221. Set a stop 223, filled 221. So literally, not only did it go straight up, straight down, but it hit my stop, slipped 2 cents, and sold me for even. So that's even better. Yep. Looking pretty ugly today. SIDU, the only thing with real action.
TBLT.
TBLT still trying to push. So CDU a couple upper wicks, 490.
NHWK.
TBLT rejecting 550. We're running out of setups really quick. ADXN went up nicely, but now it's just going straight down. DTSS, same thing. SIDU would have been a great breakout that I missed, unfortunately. But not much of a Money Thursday, more like a regular 2022 day so far. It's only 9:47. SPY curling a little. Pets, I like the daily, but still in the same range. Yeah, not much volume recently, but the daily was set up, and I think it's still set up. Let me look on this other screen here. Yeah, I mean, it's set up. Pets is set up to, test 3 again, 324, but needs volume. It could also fail out,
NSTG.
SIDU trying to push here, 48.
ASMB. PDSB. LS. Mon. OYST.
So TBLT and SIDU, only thing holding up so far. ADXN did have a hammer here.
CDXC.
Overall, it's holding up. Got a lot of upper wicks now, though.
TUEM.
But yeah, Pets Daily is nice. Yeah, SIDU absolutely could give a 50-cent flush at any time. So could TBLT.
Rain.
At any given second. I don't see it getting through this 75,000 in ask here, or 80,000 in ask right here. But it might.
SIDU.
It might.
AMWL.
But it did have to pull this at open to get there. So it did trap them, boxed it up. Now it's flagging up here. A lot of upper wicks though.
RMTI. MRM. Mon.
TBLT trying to push back up towards 550. A lot of selling pressure though. More than likely a lot of shorting pressure. But it is trying to push. If it can get through 550, it might be free range for a little bit. Well, it's got some daily resistance. So daily resistance on TBLT around 570 and 6.
TUEM. EDI. TBLT.
555, 560. Wow. I'm still getting used to these things, you know, actually breaking out. It's been a long, long time. Jeez, my voice. Trying to give out already. Yep, head and shoulder from the open on the 1 probably. Yep, shoulder, head, shoulder. ADXN looking bearish overall. SID trying to round the top on the 1. TBLT with a gorgeous 2022 breakout. Let's check it out. You love to see it. I mean, you really love to see it. Went to 565, down to 524 in 1 minute. So, yeah, there you go. Knowing this year, though, this head and shoulder will break out to the top side. It'll trap shorts in.
ADXN.
SIDU still looks okay.
NSTG.
Yeah. That was at least 15 seconds to sell up here, right? That would have been the moment that my mouse died. I would buy in right here, my mouse would die, and that'd be down 40 cents now.
PDSB. Increased. TUEM. PT.
Who's talking about pets? Discipline? Yeah, I think if it holds like 240, 245 today, it can push higher. The daily is just sitting here waiting for it to push.
INFA.
It could push up to 275 today to 3 if it really got volume. It's not got any volume right now, but I still got that chart up. I was looking at it. If it got some volume, it would go today, I think.
CTIB. PALT.
Market held the bottom, pushing a little higher. ADXN trying to hold the 20 on the 1. SIDU actually pushing higher, 497 now. Interesting. Interesting. So it did fake breakdown hammer. So I had to pull a trap-ish move to get the move, but it is up at $5 now.
Increased. Fami, PHCF.
So tested 499, couldn't get through it. Did a trap move to get there. SPY showing some strength here. Fami on the scanner, FAMI, Fami. It's one I haven't heard in a while. Somebody's loading your pets, Discipline. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,000 shares is bought on pets. I don't know if I'm willing to risk it, but somebody hit it.
Lack.
Yeah. 80xn's whatever you want it to be right now, it looks like. SIDU coming up to test that 499 again. I really don't want to buy these breakouts though. You see what they're doing. You saw what TBLT did. Until I see a breakout, I'm not touching it. That may be weeks, that may be months. I don't know how long it'll be, but right now I'm not interested in buying a breakout.
TUEM. SIDU. Increased. UTSI.
What's it gonna do? It's up through 5. Still a little buying pressure. They haven't smacked it down yet.
Lack.
EVTL, nice look. Okay, I'll pull it up.
MCHX.
SIDU rejecting 5. Okay, so that's what I expected. Yeah, EVTL straight up, huh? That one's been straight up for days and days and days now. Yeah, you might be onto something with pets. This one, I really believe you might be. Just needs to get volume, needs to push through, but the setup's there. I will agree with you that the setup is there. It's getting some interesting, weird volume right now, but if it got volume, you might see it go. Yeah, like a TBLT-ish move. Maybe.
ZYNE. SKYT.
Yeah, EVTL straight up, huh? Just for days and days and days. So EVTL is a watch. ADXN is still screwing around this level. I'd say it needs to hold over 160, push through 175. SIDU needs to get back above 5. That's about it, though. I think that's about it for the day.
TRX. TUEM. Wind.
So I appreciate you guys. Money Thursday, a little slower. Not too big a deal. It's okay. We'll be all right. But thanks for showing up. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. The comments, the likes, the subs, the donation. Oh my God, my voice is trying to really go out. But appreciate you guys being here, and we will be back tomorrow for the TGIF stream for Friday. So thanks, everybody. See you tomorrow.